Hey, this is how to get your e-cigarette to start vaping. When you unbox it, it's a Evod blister. There's no instructions, but if you're like me and smoked a lot of cigarettes and just wanted to try a different type of smoke, just start off with the cheapest you could try to get. That's refillable. And I've also had review some of these tips, and some of the e-juices I have, and how you can make your own e-juice. But the main part to get in is you gotta charge up your the battery pack. It comes in 3 parts, and I've got a USB adapter for this from a different part. But if you have one, you could probably use it to plug it into a regular wall. So but yeah, you charge up your battery. This blue light, it seems to not turn off, so that's kind of a waste. And when you screw it on, you gotta click the button like 3 to 5 times to get it, and then three or 5 times to turn it on, and then 3 or 5 times to turn it off. So, but you also can unscrew this bottom part of the tank, and then look at the coil, and you could actually turn it and make sure it's like in as hand tightened as possible, like towards the battery, because it'll contact the battery. And that's what a lot of people have problems with their new e-cigarettes, is the manufacturer makes it so that it doesn't contact the battery while it's in storage and drain or short out anything. So you gotta basically adjust the coil connector to get it to work, and then fill it up to the mouthpieces. Plastic. There's 2 tubes, one for the connector and one for the mouthpiece, and there's a rubber piece to keep it from dripping into the mouthpiece. And the cotton in the coil basically keeps it absorbed. And there's probably and when you turn it on, it'll just basically heat up, and it won't like blow steam, but you gotta suck out whatever steam's in there. So let me try to take this apart and show you what's in there. So basically, if you grab this is taken apart, and it goes there. I'm gonna make a little. I'm gonna find something to just hold that. But you can unscrew this coil. There's actually that, and the tube on the mouthpiece goes over this, and then basically that's how that's made. And this rubber circular thing in the middle is a gasket, and there's one at the bottom for a gasket for the bottom of the tank. And basically the middle coil can unscrew out, so you got to screw that in, like hand tighten is okay, or use a screwdriver on this end. So since this is apart, I'm going to just fill it up with some more strawberry. Actually, I'm going to add a little tobacco instead. So I filled it up just to the top of that tube, so it's not overfilled, and it'll just go right down that tube. And I'm going to screw that back on and show you the other flavor. So screw back on this cap, this piece. It's got a nice reservoir like thing on the top, you know, it's transparent, and oops, it's transparent, and it could have filled it up a little bit more, but you know, I had strawberry and a little bit of this dulce cognac in there at first, so then I just added tobacco on the refill, and this cap is just to just keep it more something kind of was running. I gotta get a Q-tip and clean that. Hold on. So yeah, so that's almost done, and I have this tobacco flavor, and I collect glass bottles from my other videos and stuff, and this is like probably gonna be, you know, the best bottle I've ever found, because it's got a nice glass top and it's very designer. It's a Douce cognac. It's made from France. So if you ever see one and you're vaping, find a good bottle, I guess, just in case. And I've got pineapple, just in case, you know, you find a good recipe, and then you can have more. Like, you know, you can have a lifetime supply as long as your vaporizer still works. So, and so we're on the tips, and these are some that I found. Some are the same. So, you know, if I find a battery that I could use for it, I could, this one's missing a tank, you know, probably broke, but the coil is still there. So I heard these coils are pretty inexpensive. So I've got quite a few coils, you know, there's coils in there and tanks, and they're not really bad for, you know, for finding them. Some of them are plastic, some of them are metal. So I have basically 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 coils from other e-cigarettes, but the thing is I don't have the battery for them. But and I also have some more somewhere else. You know, I even have disposable ones, and so basically you got the tank, and then the e-juice, and then you're charging up the battery, and you basically you know, if this blue light could turn off, I've got to research and see if this thing could be, you know, calibrated to just turn off. You could plug this into a house wall outlet with one of these, so that comes in handy. And basically just have a good charge, and then, you know, adjust the coil so that it touches, and once you get to vaping, you know, keep it refilled so it doesn't really burn out. And yeah, adjust the coil, refill it, and then screw it back on. Press the button 3 to 5 times if it doesn't work. So we're gonna try that, and you press 3 to 5 times to turn it off too. One time, I guess it was already turned on, and I just screwed it in, and I just pressed it once, and it'll start vaping. But the right way to do it is to turn it off and on, you know, just in case. So I'm gonna try to show you that. So these things don't really come with the instruction manuals. I just keep this chart plugged in, But for this time, I'm gonna try it with the block. But maybe you should plug it and unplug it every time. But so that works the way it does, and I'm gonna screw this back in. So I connected it to the USB house block. I screwed it in. Press the button once, and it's not turned on, but oh, actually it is turned on because I hear it sizzling. So that's the sound. So yeah, you know, once you got it working right, you know, just don't adjust too much once you hear it. They also sell, you know, the tank. They sell tanks and extra, you know, different size batteries packs, and those are like, you know, $50 to $80 just for the tank, and then another $50 to $100 for the battery. And I don't know if the charger comes with it. I didn't really I bought this for pretty cheaper, and it's just for my first time, and it's pretty cool. Yeah, the other ones are way more expensive. So for my first vaporizer, if this gets past, you know, the amount that I paid for, then I'll be okay, you know. And if it goes a lot further, then, and you know, if I, you know, start being more productive and settle a lot of things, then I'll be pretty much, you know, happy. And so yeah, I've seen people in comments of other videos, they'll have this and that of problems. Maybe the coil will burn out. And I've watched videos a year or two ago about rewinding the coils. You know, you just kind of have to clean it up and then unscrew it, and just to see if there's a wire that's broken in there, and then you just got to rewire it basically. Or maybe the battery is bad, and if the battery is bad, then that's going to be a tough thing to manage, unless you could rewire it with other kind of batteries, and try to you know, even make your own. I've seen people make the energy source just from like a DC adapter, and I've seen a lot of people, you know, well, you can mod them some way, somehow but you know, there's videos with almost every single part of an e-cigarette, even down to the gaskets, you know, the better gaskets and the tips and how it tastes, and even making your own e-liquid. And yeah, so comparing it to a regular cigarette, it's almost the same. It's just you can you need like electricity to use these, but with the cigarette, you know, you just need a fire. And also the flavoring is like a beady, like, you know, a strawberry or cherry beady. And that's just about it for now. I wish you know, something with being more informative, but you know, you could, you know, deal with a lot of things like me, and have lighters and just stuff just to daydream about. But yeah, thanks. Have a good one. Bye.